Why is everyone spiraling about YouTube banning ad blockers? Chill. You can just use pod.
Hello, Robloxians, and welcome back to Bloxy News Live. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everyone doing this fine Friday? Hello, everyone in the chat. We got Cedar, we got Trap, we got Minecraft, we got MNNA, we got Caro, Luke, Elias, Rachel, Iced, Gingerbread. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream. All right, chat. In today's stream, it's going to be a little bit different than normal Bloxy News live streams. We have another special guest with us today. As you probably saw by the title, we have a special guest. Let me go ahead and introduce him right now. Let me pull up this real quick. Okay. So, this guest is an incredible graphic designer, UGC creator, and Roblox developer who is known for working on some of the biggest Roblox events, including everyone's favorite, the beloved 2018 Egg Hunt. Join me in welcoming Unite to the stream. Hello. Oh, let me make sure. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. Of course. How are you doing today? How are you doing? How are you doing? Love that. Love that. All right. So, as I mentioned before, right in the intro, you are a graphic designer. What got you kind of into graphic design, and what kind of inspires you to do it to this day? Mm-hmm. Very cool.
Cyber Sigilism a lot, like Neo Y2K. It's where a lot of my like UGC designs come from for sure.
Okay. I hate to do this to you. I just realized I had you muted this entire time. Oh my god. Okay. Let's try that one more time. We're gonna pretend like that just last bit just never happened. I forgot to unmute the actual computer audio. I'm so sorry. I don't live
That's
stream
so
very
good.
much. Okay.
It
Start
is
from the
all good.
top, please.
I can repeat that exact same thing.
Go ahead. How did you get into graphic design?
Well, I guess back in like 2016, I wanted to like, do something on Roblox. I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do. So I tried my hand at building and I realized that I suck at building. And then I was like, oh, let me open Photoshop and I wanted to like recreate a logo. And I remember like asking someone, are your commissions open? Didn't realize they were like one of those like bot designers that just like, flood your replies with like, we can make your logo or whatever. And they were charging some like crazy ludicrous price, which was a scam. And I was
Mm.
like, wait, hold on, I could just make this myself. So that's kind of how it started, like just wanting to self teach myself. And I went from Photoshop to Illustrator and I kind of just stuck at Illustrator. Um, and then current inspirations, I guess, is like, yeah, like cyber sigilism, Neo Y2K. I guess I follow a lot of like smaller designers and larger designers who just kind of specialize in stuff like that. So
Very cool, very cool. Okay, on screen right now, I'm gonna have a little showcase of all your logos. It's your pinned. I don't know if it's your pinned post on Twitter, but it's your pinned post on Blue Sky. If you had to pick
on Blue Sky,
one,
yeah, yeah.
what
Cool.
what would be your favorite? Or I guess just
Me,
any logo.
let
It
me,
doesn't have to be anyone on the screen, but
let me open up Blue real quick so I can remember what's posted on it. Okay. Blue Sky wants to load. All right. Honestly, my Rush X one, I was pretty happy with. I experimented a lot with like making shadows out of like colors or like I guess negative space, like with black and white.
hmm
Um, it was just like a one night stint, and I got it done, and I was like, I kind of love it. Um, I'm trying to think as well. I mean, I love World logo, even though that was kind of just like that was a half commission that went a different way, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna keep working on it, and then it turned into that. Um, the Eureka one is kind of like that's the logo that kind of got me properly into UGCs, so I kind of gotta owe it to them. Um, yeah, I don't know. There's some interesting ones out there. There's some weird ones. There's some logos I'm definitely not happy about in the past, but my current stuff I'm pretty okay
yeah,
with.
yeah. You improve over time. Very cool. Anything else you want to mention, kind of about your graphic design stuff before we move on to the next topic?
That's tough. I feel like I could say so much, but I feel like I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'll come back to that one.
Okay.
That's gonna sit in the back of my head.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, we'll move on to the next kind of subtopic here, which is catalog sales. Um, some of you may, or some may consider you to be like a connoisseur of catalog sales in Roblox. Is that a fair statement? I would say.
I think I feel like I mean I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I did write a 17-page Word document back in like 2018 about how Roblox should improve sales, and I think I have to live with that for the rest of my life. So in some ways, yes, I guess so.
Okay, and I did want to bring that 17-page document up. It talks about like the troubles and the future of sales. I know it was made back in 2018, but it's still kind of relevant right now. Do you just want to like summarize kind of what you kind of said in that?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, I was just talking about, I guess, Roblox's like catalog department. I mean, I feel like a lot of them that currently work there don't know the cultural significance of
hmm
a lot of the items, and I feel like you know there kind of needs to be some form of relevance with some of the items they're releasing, and I just miss sales. I feel like everybody misses sales. In some ways I'm glad that sales aren't back because I would spend all my Robux on it. But in other ways I do miss them. There are some items I would love. I feel like there's some items everybody would love. The whole aspect of back when I was younger and back when everybody else was younger, like staying up all night to like wait for the hour to drop and an item goes limited or like
hmm
5 items come out, and it was so fun. So fun.
Yeah, I
And I don't
heard.
know.
Yeah, I heard the entirety of like the catalog team is just completely new compared to when sales were like
Mhm.
really going on. Now it's a bunch of new people now, so it kind of makes sense to why
Yeah,
things
no,
aren't the
it's
same
it's
anymore. But
it's crazy. I mean, I'll always let some staff know at RDC. I'm like, here's what I think and stuff like that. But ultimately, they know what's best, even if the community doesn't really see it that way either. So I guess in some ways we have to trust them, but hopefully they come around to it. Like they came around to events.
Mhm.
Um, so hopefully sales are next. It would be cool to see them come
Hopefully, I
back.
mean, last month they kind of hosted like a sale. Not really. I use the term sale lightly, because they just brought back like one item every day. Didn't like really, discount it or anything. But I mean,
Oh, I
is that like a
I'm
step
so
in the
sorry.
right
Would you be
direction?
able to repeat that? I think my internet might be cutting
Oh,
out. I
yeah,
hope it
yeah.
isn't.
Okay, yeah. Last month they introduced like a sale. I'm using the sale word lightly here.
Mhm.
They brought like one item back every day. Do you think that's like a step in the right direction?
I feel like it's in some way a step in the right direction, but I feel like the way that like the events are going kind of right now, it's kind of the
hmm
same old format, and I feel like there needs to be at least some more of a push to kind of bring it back up to its former glory, especially with like events, with sales, with stuff like that. I mean, in some ways it's moving in the right direction, but I hope it doesn't stay stagnant in some way.
Gotcha. A lot of people might not know this, but I actually one of the first reasons I started Bloxy News was because of a sale going on, and I wanted to kind of notify everyone of all the items that we're releasing. It was the Memorial Day sale, I think, 2017.
It was a good sale.
So that's kind of where I started. So Roblox, bring them back. How about that?
Facts. We gotta bring him back.
Let's see. I have a community questions. Someone on Twitter by the name of Pedro Cop said they wanted to know your opinion on popular item series, i.e., Valks, Dominuses, etc., being retextured for events.
I like that in some ways. I like it when they use the original mesh. I don't know why Roblox sometimes decides to update the mesh to like make it maybe more modern or more like high definition. But the reality is like a lot of people like why they love those types of items like Valks and stuff is because it's like really classic looking. I mean, in my opinion, at least. And I think if you like stray too far away from the original and from the source, people are just not gonna like it. But yeah, I mean, I think it's cool in some ways, but in other ways, it would be cool if they like made a new limited Valk. It would be cool to get another Black Valk.
Okay, and then one other question here. I think someone else might have asked this too, but I'm also kind of curious. And a lot of people ask this. Do you think UGC hurt the value of existing Roblox limiteds?
Oh, for sure, absolutely. Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You know, my times talking to the catalog team and other teams at Roblox, I was like, yeah, when public UGC comes out, like there really needs to be some, you know, kind of stricter moderation when it comes to copies because that's just gonna happen immediately. And I guess we're at that stage now where it's just like you see a new copy and you're like you don't even bat an eye. So
yeah,
it would be nice if one day they just all randomly just go off the page. I don't really like the copies. I think, you know, if someone makes, for example, like I wouldn't buy a copied UGC limited, but I'd understand the appeal if like say someone made a retexture of a copied limited because then it's kind of the same, but it's not. But I don't know, the one-to-one recreations are kind of just like, yeah, they feel a little bit tacky.
yeah. Because I mean, Roblox stated once like they're okay with because technically like the concept of like a Dominus or whatever isn't like a original thing, so people can like kind of recreate them in their own way. They said it was fine, but I don't know, just some people always had mixed opinions on that. So I was just curious, what you
Yeah,
thought of
that's
that.
the thing. Yeah, because I remember them saying stuff about like, you know, it's not like a super original idea. I can't remember Roblox's exact wording.
It's in their
But
documentation, I think. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that was kind of because it was so purposely vague. I think initially because it was so purposely vague, people were just able to make copies and Roblox couldn't really do anything about it. But I don't know if that was their intention or not. Who knows?
All right. Cool. Let me see if the chat's saying anything before we go ahead and move on. Let's see. Someone wants to know about the Creator Awards. We'll get into that. We'll get there.
It's coming.
Someone said their favorite logo is the Creator Awards logo.
No way. Really? That's like, I'm not gonna lie, that's probably one of my quickest logos I've ever made. Like that's like the first time I've used a font that I haven't made because I mean I guess with all my logos I make my own fonts and stuff. That's the first time I've just used the font because I was like, well, there's kind of a really cool looking one already. But wow, I appreciate it. It's kind of fun. It is annoying though because like I made pins of them. But trying to position, I didn't realize this at the start, and if I realized that, it would have been a lot better. But the way that the logo is made, I don't know if you can really see it.
Yeah, we can
The way
see
that
it.
the logo is made, it kind of cuts here. So when you're trying to position it, it'll be like kind of in a weird center position
yeah,
that
yeah.
it'll just look off no matter where you place it in the center.
Yeah.
So it's been so hard for branding, but you know, gotta roll with the punches.
Of course. Okay. Let's go ahead. I think everyone's here for some of the bigger topics here in terms of events. So let's talk about past events you worked on. Obviously, you worked on the 2018 Egg Hunt. What's it kind of like working on official Roblox events like that?
Very fun. The Egg Hunt 2018 was like one of the best things
You
that
made
I've
the
ever
logo
done on the
for it, right?
platform. I did. Myself and Maple Stick worked on it. He made the like game icon in the background, and then we both worked together on it. And it was super fun. Yeah, the fun fact about that logo, it actually the reason why it looks that way is because I actually used the same font from the 2017 logo because I wanted it to kind of follow a tradition as like kind of a small Easter egg. But yeah, no, working on the egg hunt was super fun. It was like a huge passion project, and I don't think it would have existed if there weren't like so many people that love egg hunts working on it. Because we put like a ton of work in, like continuously nonstop every day, and it just paid off. It was so good.
Very
And
cool.
I'm very appreciative that people still hold it to high regard because it's nice to get some conversation
Yes.
back about it. It's
Even
fun.
even to this day, people still talk about it.
It's very fun. Sometimes I go onto like the 15 Twitter account and I'll just make a yearly tweet whenever it's the egg hunt. Like this year, I posted a picture of my friend's bathroom, which
I
was
saw that, yeah.
which was when I found out that we were working over at his house. A call from Roblox on Discord, and I have to pick up, and I'm in the bathroom, and I'm like 17 years old, and I don't know what to do, and it just snowballs immediately. I'm like up till 5 a.m. and then we're like suddenly the team's all organized within a couple of hours, and it was just go. Like it was crazy.
Cool. Yeah, in terms of events, I mean, Roblox kind of brought back events this year. They hosted 5 so far. They got the Hunt, the Classic, the Games, the Haunt, and now like a mini event called the Winter Spotlight. Are any of those events your favorite? Do you have like a favorite event so far that Roblox has hosted this year?
I feel like I'm saying I'm gonna be like unoriginal when I say that the Classic was my favorite because it was just so cool. I wasn't able to play the sports teams one. What was the name of that one?
The Games.
The Games. Yeah, I wasn't able to play. I was away during then.
Okay.
I enjoyed the Haunt. I think it had a cool mechanic, but I think there could have been better games to showcase that feature in. But in terms of the Hunt itself, like the concept, it's fun. I'm glad that Roblox are trying to figure out what to do with it next by trying to like change it around a little bit. But the people yearn for egg hunts. You know, that's just what it is. Like they Roblox are eventually gonna come to the conclusion they're gonna make a collect-a-thon game, and they're gonna realize they've just made another egg hunt. It'll happen. It'll happen.
Yes, yes. Yeah, and kind of riffing off that, what would you do anything differently for like, what would you do differently? I guess if you had control in Roblox events, what would you kind of
That's
do?
a
I know it's a big question. I know.
that's a really good
But
question. There's a lot of things I would do. I mean, one of the things I was thinking of the other day was like, why doesn't Roblox just hit us up and like just reactivate the Econ 2018 badges? Like, I mean, Fortnite brought back the OG skins or
Yeah.
whatever the other day or today. Like, why doesn't, Roblox just bring back the old event to let people earn the eggs again, even if they never earned them? I think it would be so fun just to replay the Econ again, or Econ 2017. I also enjoyed that so much. Yeah, it's I don't know. I would definitely bring back more of like just a centered game as opposed to
Yeah.
split off into different ones. As much as I like that, and I love seeing the different games, but I don't really like it when it's the same games over and over again. And I think Roblox should spotlight smaller upcoming games that are like picked by some people working at Roblox that there are some people at Roblox that know the community really, really well, and I feel like Roblox should really tap into that and just feature some really cool upcoming games that should definitely deserve a spotlight. If we're talking strictly about the current format, but just a big grand event that's like 6+ months of dev work in like one single team.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think
That'd be so
usually for these events that are happening right now, it's usually Twin Atlas working on them. I think they have like a month at like notice
Yeah.
before they start working on them. I talked to Brez at RDC. He was like, "Yeah, they give us like a month notice." So it's like they
Yeah,
don't really
and-
have much time. But
I think it's even like shorter for the people like the games involved in it. But yeah, Twin Atlas get like no time. I feel very bad for them.
yeah, in terms of like bringing back like redeeming like the egg hunts for 2018, I feel like it's kind of like a nostalgia factor almost for like some people might not want them back just because, oh, I got it OG. It's like a
Mhm.
so that kind of might be why Roblox is kind of iffy about it. But I mean, Fortnite did
Yeah,
it.
it's
Why can't Roblox do it?
exactly. I mean, I feel like Roblox, my hot take is that Roblox are trying to do their own Fortnite OG.
Mm,
And I feel like, you know, bringing back an old egg hunt would be kind of fun. I would get an alt to replay it
yeah,
and
of
hopefully nothing
course.
breaks.
Very cool, very cool. All right, let me take one look at the chat real quick before we go ahead and move on to your events. Let me see here. Do. Let's see. I wonder. Someone said, "I wonder if all the trailers have been accepted." I assume that's for the creator awards. We'll get into that in a sec. Um,
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, let's go ahead and move on. So first, you're releasing kind of two events back to back, really, today and tomorrow. First
Yeah.
off, you so every year you host like an annual celebration, community celebration for the holidays called Rolladay. For anyone who doesn't know what that is, do you want to kind of explain what it is? Kind of go into the history, how it
Of course.
started.
Yeah, so it started back in like 2015, back with like the OG RTC when it was like 100 and something people.
Hmm.
Um,
RTC, by the way, is Roblox Twitter community for anyone who doesn't know.
and Yisco, they now work at Roblox. I'm proud to see that they've made it. They made it initially, and I always thought it was so cool because there was this like like back in like 2015, 2014, there was like someone would just make a hangout and tweet it out, and if you got like 10 people in your server, that's like probably 50% of
Mm,
the Roblox Twitter community at that time.
yeah.
So it was kind of cool. And I mean, you just knew everybody. And then RTC Christmas, or RT Christmas, is how it started. And that was just like one of a bigger, grander scale event that was just for the community. And then in 2016, I managed to get the opportunity to work on it. And then in 2017, I kind of just managed it. And then Ruben was like, "Hey, do you want to just take over for me?" And I was like, "Absolutely." So then I changed the name around, and we kind of stayed with the same concept, but just changed the name. And now it's kind of just evolved into, I guess, whatever it is now.
Very cool, very cool. So this year you're actually celebrating 10 years. Do you have
We
anything
are
special
indeed.
planned?
I feel like this year, I mean, I can say for the map, we're like using a lot of different assets and stuff from previous years. So it's kind of like, well, the map itself is different, but it'll make more sense when it releases. But the museum is specifically this year. We have like an entire section dedicated to Roller Day that we're currently working on. Um, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited to to celebrate 10 years of Roller Day. Yeah,
Very cool. Do you want to give everyone like a sneak peek?
sure
Want me to join?
thing.
Okay. Let me
Go for it.
do the
Yeah,
thing. Let me hold on. I gotta join. I'll go into kind of the cinematic camera because I saw that was
of course.
a thing we could just do. Let me go ahead and switch over to. Is this the right screen? It is. Okay. So I'm currently in. Let me toggle free cam. The lobby for Rolladay 2024. Do you kind of want to explain, as I'm just kind of going around, what kind of went into making this map? How many people did it take, etc., etc.
Yeah, let me hop into studio as well so I can kind of walk through as well. So, this year we had how many people did we have? I think we had about 5 people working on it. We had myself, we had Quenty, Lena177, um, Epic Drew, and Empersand. That team's kind of just every year. My thing with Roller Day is that I'd always get a different group of people to,
Hmm.
change things up a bit and have a different, different vibe going on. Um, and it's kind of like every year the team will always just change around, and that's just how it is. Um, but yeah, development is usually like I'd like to say 1.5 months long. But we start planning it beforehand before we like properly get into it.
Hmm.
The biggest part of it though is definitely the museum. Really happy with how the museum turned out this year. Partly, I wasn't able to do a lot of work on Roller Day this year because I'm spending like 99% of my time working on the creator awards.
Yep, yep.
But the museum ampersand curated pretty much all the assets. I think they like messaged like 100 plus people, and the results is just it's beautiful. It's truly beautiful. It's probably the best museum we've ever had. And for anybody unaware, the museum is basically just a collection of assets that are from 2024 that we show from say big or small games, you know, as long as it looks cool and it fits the vibe. So for example, I can mention that we have some assets from Fish, from Monkey Raft, from Stars Align. We have some cool stuff from Clip It. Yeah, there's some cool stuff. There's Rivals too. Like a lot of really, really cool games. Just really like what we're doing and really want to help out and permanently memorialize their assets. So, I mean, every roller day that you go to and check out from 2019 onwards, it's kind of like a time capsule now, which is the intention of the museum. What was your last question? Or I can't tell if I answered it.
I think that was pretty much. I just kind of asked what goes into making it, how many people does it take, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was just gonna say the museum part is definitely the most stressful about it. Because it's just a matter of your social battery is just depleted by the end of it. I'll be so honest. I was it's so worth it though. It's absolutely incredible. When it all comes together, it's just so rewarding. But yeah, you end up talking to a lot of different people. And would I not be working on the creator awards, I would have definitely done it too.
For sure.
But I guess that's
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna ask how do you choose like what goes in the museum?
Honestly, the criteria is just as long as it says assets made in 2024.
Okay.
We don't really have a quality factor to it. It's just kind of like if it, you know, if it fits the vibe. And then usually we just hit up like some big games and just they're like all super cool and they just get back to us and give us like an asset and we just put it in the museum. And then we add a plaque beside it so then you can like interact with it and we'll give you a little bit more information about the game. But essentially Roller Day is just a way of us giving back to the community that make Roblox, and I'm all about the community, so I just enjoy making them.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I'm currently zooming in right now on the theater in here for the 2024 Creator Awards. Well, let's go ahead. We got a good view of the Roller Day. Let's go ahead. I'm going to join the Creator Awards 2024 theater, and while I'm doing that, do you want to explain kind of what the Creator Awards is? It's your first time doing it.
So the Creator Awards were an idea I had like randomly in the middle of the night, and I feel like a lot of my ideas, my spontaneous ideas, are like, what's the word? Like subconscious. I've noticed this in the past. Like I feel like when I was younger, I really wanted there to be like a Roblox E3. And I really wanted there to be like you watch brand new trailers in real time and you're like, oh my god, this is so cool. But why doesn't Roblox have that? And I wanted to fill the gap. So for the 10 years of Roller Day, that is the big project. That's also what I wanted to mention because every year we do something different with Roller Day. Last year we had like the free UGC, we had our badge hunts, which were pretty successful. We had ice skating back in 2022. And this year we're doing our own award show, which is super stressful, but very, very rewarding. And I'm so excited to share it tomorrow.
So yeah, the Creator Awards is kind of, like you said, kind of like an E3. It's a mixture of both awards and game trailers, like new game updates that are coming out and stuff, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Like the Game Awards. It's just the Roblox version.
Cool. And then I'm going through the theater here. You gave people the opportunity as well to purchase seats to have their
Yes.
avatar permanently shown, which I think is
Mhm.
pretty cool. Is that going to be like shown during the actual show, or is that just in the theater?
Yeah, so the deadline for like the final seats is in like 2 hours 30. And then as soon as that deadline closes, we're adding the final seats. And then yeah, the people that bought a seat will be filmed. There'll be little, clips of people clapping and stuff
Okay.
like that. Yeah, that's the you will be shown on camera.
Cool. Um, so I'm gonna ask the same question I did for Roll a Day. How many is it? Just I assume it's not just you working on this. I know you primarily focused on this more than Roll a Day, but how many people have worked on the
Mhm.
Creator Awards?
On the Creator Awards, it was pretty much the same team.
Okay.
We've just been balancing between the two. Honestly, the map for the Creator Awards was made pretty early back in August, and we've just been like fine tuning it and stuff along the way. Um, so we've just been giving it our all with Rolladay right now. Aside from me, unfortunately, I wish I could. I wish there was a clone of me and I could give it my all for both.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, and then we have some other people that are giving a helping hand as well, and Creecraft's team, of
Of
course.
course, co-host.
Absolutely.
Um, Obviously, with this first time doing it, I saw you ran into a few struggles and limitations where you were trying to kind of get this whole big thing set up. You wanna talk about that a little bit?
I feel like I could write a book on the struggles I've been having with this. Yeah, video frames is the major thing, and
Mm-hmm.
that's the final battle that I have to face in the next under 24 hours. Um, because you can only upload 30-second max videos.
Yeah.
You can only upload 3 of them a month. So I need to recruit like 100 people probably. I have a list already, and I'll probably be hitting them up. But I'm also holding out hope that you know randomly a brand might be like, "Oh, this is actually happening. This is really cool. We can give you our longer video frames that like people like Roblox have." Um,
Mm-hmm.
and I just assume brands have them too. So hopefully something like that happens. I mean, I also lost my UGC access the other
I
day.
saw
I
that.
finally got that back. Um, there's been a myriad of issues. It feels like the world is trying to stop me from doing it, but
It's
I'm
happening no
still gonna
matter
do
what.
it. No matter what.
Very cool. Well, that's. Let me go ahead and actually put the link to the Creator Awards in the chat right now. You can actually, anyone can join it. I don't. There's no more seats available, right?
The only seats remaining
Or the
is the
balloons.
balloon
Okay.
seats. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the
just
balloon
the
seats are those for? Can you purchase those, or are those for top donators only? Because I saw, or are those like
the
both?
top 15
Okay,
will get. So if you're in the top 15 of players, then you get a balloon seat. We
gotcha.
realized at the very end that we didn't know how to price those seats, so we are just gonna leave it up to players.
Okay.
So,
So yeah, the link to the Creator Awards is in the chat right now. Go ahead, check that out. It's premiering tomorrow at what time?
11 p.m. GMT, which is
So I
3
believe it.
p.m. PST.
Let me check the timer in game. So it's going to be about 22 hours from now. So what is that? 2 o'clock p.m. PT, I think, or one.
It'll be 25 hours from now, roughly.
Okay, the timer in game says 22.
Oh, I need to
That
change
yeah, that might be.
that.
That's why I was
Whoops.
because I saw on the event page it said a different time than what was in the game. I was a
Yeah,
little
oh my
confused on that.
goodness.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Let me change
Okay,
that.
cool. I'm glad we figured that out.
That is a relief.
Okay. I guess before we go ahead and wrap it up here, do you have anything else that you wanna say to everyone? Plug anything? Showcase anything? Say anything?
Hmm.
The floor is yours.
Wow. Um,
No pressure.
yeah, I mean, I hope you guys enjoy the award show tomorrow. Um, I could answer a few questions about that too. Regarding trailers, we have finalized the list of trailers. We have 25 plus trailers to show, which is just incredible. I'll be
Awesome.
making a tweet about that later today. Um, Seats, I know a lot of people were um, giving feedback on, and initially we went in not expecting a lot of people to, be be interested in something like that. So we were like, oh, people can just buy multiple seats. We had no idea it was going to turn into this. Like, this has been completely life changing. It's just been incredible. So next year there will be one seat per person, I promise. It was not our intention, and we had no idea the game was going to get as big as it
Yeah,
did.
yeah, of course. All right.
And
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead. Sorry. I don't want to cut
no,
you
I
off.
was just, what was I going to say? No, just, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you all enjoy. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Well, I think with that being said, I didn't see really much other questions in the chat. MNNA Studios asked about the trailers, but you just answered that. Let's see. Do you accept? Oh, someone asked, do you accept Roll-A fan art?
You see, now, I mean, absolutely, of course. But if you're talking about the museum, I'm pretty sure the museum's probably really full to the brim right now. We have so many assets we still need to comb through and try and squeeze them in without it feeling too cramped. So I don't think I can accept any more. The deadline also closed yesterday. So it's just too hard to do. But I mean, as much as I'd love to, it's just,
But I mean, if they still want to make like fan art just to post.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they can go and do
100%.
that. Yeah, cool.
100%. Yeah, I love seeing the fan art. People love Icebrain, the character from Roller Day, so much. It's crazy.
Someone asked, "Oh yeah, when is Roller Day opening today? Do you have a time yet, or is it still?"
So we're still. I haven't given a time yet,
Okay.
but I will give a time as soon as we know. We have like 4 different places, like versions being worked on at the same time, and we have to just iron out the last remaining bugs. The game's practically ready. We just have to wait on a few more things to get fixed, and then we'll open it up.
Gotcha. All right, I think that's gonna about wrap it up here. Unite, thank you again for joining us. Thank you for talking about anything and everything that you're interested in. That was a great conversation. Before we wrap up the stream, though, Unite, you're good to go. I'm going to real quick take a break. When we come back, I'm going to reveal the winners of the Bloxy News Awards. I got my little own award show myself. So I'll be doing that. Unite, thanks for joining us. And yeah, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. All right, and we are back. Welcome back. So, to wrap up the stream, I have a little bit of a special little award ceremony here to host. This music is very loud, sorry. Let me turn that down a little bit. Okay. So if you guys don't know, over the past couple weeks, I've been hosting the Bloxy News Awards over my social media, where basically you guys can vote on your favorite Roblox updates, features, events, announcements, and even your favorite news accounts of 2024. During the first round of voting, you guys submitted your votes for... you guys wrote in your votes. And then the second week of voting, I narrowed those votes down to the top 4, where we can now go ahead and showcase the winners of each category. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. So first, the first award is the best Roblox update. And in the running, we had accessory adjustment, which allowed you to kind of move around accessories on your avatar. That was a pretty big one people were excited for. Another big one, an increased friend limit. Now, technically, the friend limit hasn't released for everyone yet. It's only available for some people, and it's only up to 250. But it is a start, and it is kind of an announcement, so I put it in there as a consideration. We have captures, which allows you to take screenshots in-game and share them outside of Roblox with your friends and contacts. And then the maximum frame rate picker, which is another thing people have been asking for, which basically allows you to cap or max out your frame rate at either 60, 120, 144, or 240, depending on your monitor's refresh rate. And, drumroll please, the winner for best Roblox update was Accessory Adjustment. Congratulations to Accessory Adjustment for winning the award on best Roblox update of 2024. Let me go ahead and post that real quick on Twitter. And then we can go ahead and move on to the next category. Before we move on, though, this is the results of how many people voted and how many people voted for what. So as you can see, Accessory Adjustment actually got a pretty large sum of the votes, 49%. Followed by Increased Friend Limit, the Maximum Frame Rate Picker, and then Captures came in last place. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to the next topic, which is the most controversial Roblox update. And in this we had public UGC, we had the new parental controls, and also I kind of mixed in there like the new updates to accounts under 13 that limited you to doing a bunch of stuff. We have end of support for legacy chats, which is not really like a huge deal. People made a little bit of a bigger deal out of it than it really is, but it got a lot of talk, so we'd say it's controversial. And then marketplace price floors, which is basically the cheapest an item can be. You can't really set it any lower than what Roblox wants you to set it at, depending on how the market is currently running right now. And the winner of the most controversial Roblox update is the marketplace price floors. These were a pretty big talk. I actually have a whole dedicated Twitter account to posting the price floors that update every day. They update pretty much every day. They range anywhere, changes in between like 5 and 20 Robux every day. So if you want to follow that, the Twitter account is at RBLXPriceFloors on Twitter. I go ahead and track all of the price floor changes every single day. And if those curious, here is the full results for every single nomination. Of course, we got introduction of price floors at 36%. Followed not too short behind public UGC at 31%. Then we have the new parental controls at 23%. And then in last, the ending support for legacy/custom text chats. Moving on, the next award goes to the best new developer feature. First one, this actually kind of just released last minute, occlusion culling. It was available in Studio before as beta, and now it's fully launched. This basically just huge performance improvements. You should be seeing Roblox run a lot better. Basically, anything that's not in render of your camera won't actually be rendered. So what you're seeing, what your camera's seeing, is all that you're seeing. So anything that's hidden behind it won't be rendered. Drastically increased performance. Next up, we have AI tools in Studio. That includes like Roblox Assistant, the material generator, texture generator, stuff like that. The banning API, which is an official way for creators to ban users from their games. This is huge. It also detects alternate accounts and prevents them from joining as well. And then lastly, we have the revamped genres/subgenres, which is something Roblox released very recently. They revamped the genre system and also added subgenres. So, without further ado, the winner of the best new developer feature is occlusion culling. Everyone loves performance updates, performance upgrades. This one was huge for both developers and players alike. So huge shout out to occlusion culling on making everyone's Roblox experience that much better. And here is the final results. Occlusion culling came in at almost 40%, followed by the ban API at 24%, AI-powered tools at 20%, and then the revamped genre system at 16%. So this one was a little bit closer in terms of voting. All right, moving on. Next up, we have the best new player-focused update. And this one we have communities, which is basically they're just groups, but they are rebranded to communities, with forums coming next year. We have the new top bar controls, which adds a bunch of new features, a bunch of new functionalities, and room for even more features that Roblox might add soon to the top bar. Additional reporting options. For example, you can submit a screenshot when reporting, like a chat or even just something you see in game, or you can report individual chat messages now and send them directly to Roblox. And then finally, we have the return of platform events. So obviously we had the Hunt, the Classic, the Games, and the Haunt. And then right now we have a little mini event, the Winter Spotlight. But yeah, people were very excited for the return of platform events. And on the topic of platform events, congrats! The return of platform events is the winner for best new player update. Yep, everyone, of course, everyone was excited for events to return. That was a pretty obvious one there. It was actually a huge difference between every other voting option. We got almost pretty much 50% of the vote went to return of platform events, followed by the new reporting options at 25%, communities at 16%, and then new top bar controls at about 14%. All right, up next on the topic of events again, the best Roblox events. So of course, as you know, we've been over this many times. Roblox brought back events. They had the Hunt, the Classic, the Games, and the Haunt. The Winter Spotlight wasn't really happening when I hosted this award show, and it's only really a mini event anyway, so I'm not going to consider it part of the race. But you guys voted, and the Classic was the winner of the best Roblox event this year. You guys love nostalgia. Let's go ahead and take a look. That is a crazy, almost 60% of the vote went to the Classic. Followed by the Hunt, the original event, at 30%. 8.4% went to the Games, and then a small little sliver there went to the Haunt, unfortunately. So congratulations, the Classic. Everyone loves OG. Alright, and then finally, this is the most exciting one. We have the favorite Roblox news account. Now, obviously, so people wrote in their votes, of course, and most of the people, I guess probably since it's coming from me, did write in Bloxy News. So I did consider that as one of the top 4 finalists. But I also try to incorporate other Roblox accounts and kind of video commentary channels as well. So we have, of course, me, Bloxy News. We have the RTC, Roblox Twitter community. We have Chase Rooney. He makes a lot of Roblox news videos. And then we have Creekcraft. He also makes quite a bit of news videos on the side as well, in addition to live streaming. So to, I guess, really nobody's surprise, I did take on the vote. I know. Whoop-de-doo, I know, I won my own award, wow. What a tough choice, I know. So yeah, congrats to me, I guess, for winning an award. I'm not going to go boasting about it, but hey, thanks guys. This is actually an interesting one, because when I first released the voting, me and RGC were actually like neck and neck. It was like 0.2% off from the difference in voting. But as the longer the voting was open, more votes kind of did rack in for me. But second place did go to RTC, so congrats RTC. And congrats all the other Roblox news accounts as well. You all guys all do an amazing job. Thank you for everything you do for the community. And then Chase Rooney took it at 10%, or Creekcraft 23%, and then Chase Rooney at about 11%. So with that being said, that's going to kind of wrap up the Bloxy News Awards. Thank you guys so much for voting, casting your votes, joining us on this live stream. This little two-parter live stream, I greatly appreciate it. Let me go ahead and move over here. But that is going to wrap this up. If you guys enjoyed this live stream, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe with notifications on if you don't want to miss the latest and the greatest Roblox news. And with that being said, I will probably, next time I see you, catch you guys in the new year. Have a great Christmas holiday season. Have a safe new year. Be safe out there. And I'll catch you all in 2025. Goodbye, Robloxians.